the Spirit of the Lord came upon everyone after the cross, but how he was led by the Spirit to come into the temple, identify Christ, questions, key learnings, comments. Well, I was thinking about those statements that I said. He will be a revelation to the Gentiles, the light, revelation for light to the Gentiles, and the glory of Israel. He is, when Paul is writing after the cross, how gospel spread across. The rejection of the gospel by the Jews paved the way for the Gentiles to know Christ. Their blindness, their partial blindness, resulted in Gentiles coming to know the Messiah. This was already foreseen by Simeon. Though prior to that, Isaiah had prophesied, and even Paul looks back to the promise of Abraham. And when God was saying, he knew all the generations and the people will be blessed. And how Paul connects only in Romans that what exactly it means. Through Christ, even the gospel came to the Gentiles, and even Gentiles are included in this. But Simeon sees it prior, that Christ will be a blessing for the Gentiles as well as the Jews. What key points, key learnings that you can think of from this today's message?
Actually, Pastor, the fact that when he said this, for my eyes have seen your salvation, the word, if you speak this in Hebrew, the word for salvation is Yeshua. So my eyes have seen your Yeshua. He's saying like that because that's not only Jesus is our salvation, but he's actually proclaiming his name and saying this because the angel has told him to name him Yeshua. So the fact that he says, my eyes have seen your Yeshua, which you have prepared in the sight of all nations, a light for revelation to the Gentiles. And that's what beautiful was, because he has already prophesied that it will be a light of revelation to the Gentiles. Because Jews in general would be, there will be partially blindness given to them, partial hardness given to them, but glory of your people Israel through Christ. But what was beautiful is that eventually, it reminds me of your message when you said, light unto my feet, in which you said the author is actually expecting you to think that it's pitch dark everywhere. There's no light. It's not that it's a dim light and then a lamp has been taken away. No, it's pitch black, pitch dark. And in the middle of that, this is the only source of light that lamp has. And that the circle it makes, because you're carrying it near the foot, the circle it makes is the light unto my path. And that is it reminds me of also beginning Genesis, where everything was pitch black. And then God said, let there be light. And light came. And that was the source of everything. The Gentile nation were in darkness, complete darkness. And then the light came so that the revelation was extended to them, to us. And now we had this greater revelation of Christ, which is still hidden to them. And we have the gift of salvation to us. And it is funny that throughout the times they were waiting for the Lord's Messiah to come, only for the Gentile nation to be saved first. It will come for them, but only to be Gentile nation to save first. So it really spoke to me also on this whole part.
It's amazing to imagine about Simeon when he was told that he would not see death until he will be, seeing Christ. So I just think, when this would have been revealed to Simeon, and how long he would have been waiting for this wonderful day, and how amazing it would have been to him when he sees that day and says that he had seen the salvation. So we don't have any clue like how long he might have waiting, but it's very obvious that he's been waiting so eagerly, right? When he comes and he picks up the child and embraces him, right? That's what I think about. Like, it's very good that God revealed to him, and he was waiting for that day, and we don't know how long.
And also, John chapter 1 verse 33, we see one more person being guided by to the John the Baptist. He says, I myself did not know him, but he who sent me to baptize with water said to me, he on whom you see the Spirit descend and remain, this is he who baptizes with the Holy Spirit. And I have seen and have borne witness that this is the Son of God. So one more person who was awaiting Christ, he didn't know that it will be his own relative. And John the Baptist didn't know. He was only given a hint that on whom you will see the Spirit of the Lord descending, he is the Messiah. And he was checking every person. Is this the one? Is this the one? Is this the one? So Simeon, in Simeon's case, same. Is this the one? Is this the one? But when the right time came, then there is this inspiration to walk into the temple, go to that right baby and say, holding that baby, my eyes have seen the salvation. That's a nice observation in Aksha's comment that my eyes have seen the salvation, Yeshua, salvation. So the person and the work are encoded in the name itself. His name as well as the work that he is going to accomplish. How precisely that they were led to identify. John the Baptist seeing the Holy Spirit descending on Christ, and he is the person. He ends up to be his own relative. And